Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Shoctober day 16. We are over halfway through our Shoctober, so just 1 month of really focusing on consistency, systems, shocking the system, shocking the body, also incorporating healthy nutrition, water, sleep, breathwork patterns. So I hope that you are enjoying your October challenge. Today we have legs, and I have a set of 15-pound dumbbells and a 35-pound kettlebell. And we're going to go ahead and get warmed up so we can really hit those legs hard. So grab your knee and pull up into the chest. Rotate your ankle one direction and then the other. Lift up nice and high. Keep the belly locked and solid. Let's hit that other side. Tug your knee in. Rotate your foot around one direction and then the other. And then we're going to go the other way. So grab your right foot behind. Inhale, lift up nice and high through the body. Pull the hips under. So tug your tailbone down toward the ground. Push that quad in front of you. And then let's go to the other side. Right arm up. And grab your left leg. We are going to be focusing on single side work today for the legs. So balance. We're getting it started now. And build without the support of the other side at the same time. All right, we're going to do a drinking bird. So level off onto your left leg, grab tight through the core, extend through the upper body. We're going to be hitting up single leg deadlifts later. So that's going to be the same movement, but with weight. I'll just hit up 4 per side. This is 3 and 4. And then let's hit that other side. 2, 3, and 4. All right, take a wide base of support on your mat. And we're going to shift side to side. So just drive your hips over to one side, bend into the knee, make sure the knee is tracking with the toe, straighten through that inner thigh, get a stretch through the groin, and then just shift across. And back. So we want to try to keep our pelvis square to the ground. Check in and notice anything that's going on in the back or the hips. Good. One more time to that second side. And then we're just going to level off in the middle. Plant your right hand on the ground and rotate up to the left. Plant your left hand on the ground, rotate up to the right. One more time per side. Perfect. Okay, we're going to be starting off with some side plank moves. Getting into the legs, we're going to be grabbing our abductors on the outer side, adductors on the inner side. So accessory muscles for the legs that are super important. And we're also going to be getting the core in the process. So you can hold a side plank if that works for you. Okay, so we're going to be going into our side plank and just doing side leg extensions. We're going to go for a full 20. And then we're going to drop down and do our Copenhagen. The Copenhagen, so we'll stay on the same side, then we'll flip. That way we don't waste too much time. The Copenhagen is focused on the supporting isometric contraction on the supporting leg. So you lift your hips back up and you're going to lift and lower the bottom leg. So of course we're going to be getting into that bottom inner thigh, but really what we're focused on is that isometric flexion in the top. So for both, if you need to, you can support on the bottom knee, go here, or you can stay on your hip and hit an extension here. Still get grabbed through the core, still lift up out of the chest. Same for the Copenhagen. If you want to keep your hip on the ground, totally fine. Still pretend and envision that you're going to be pushing those hips up so you get that isometric flex here, and then you'll pull that bottom leg. All right, so those are our options. Come on up. Decide which method you're going to take. Pull the toe so that it faces straight forward. Lift up nice and high through those hips. You want to feel your abductor. You want to feel your core. Right? So make sure you're not pointing the toe up toward the ceiling. Feel that upper, outer glute. There's a lot going on. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now drop that leg behind. And we're going to hit that Copenhagen. 2, 3, 4. Find that inner thigh. That's what we're going for on the supporting leg. Finding that self-flexion, just like we do with our core, super important. Get so much further with mind to muscle rather than just relying on the move. 19 and 20 to get us where we're going. Okay, other side. Find your option. You're going to do your extension first, lateral lift for your abductors. Push the hips forward. Flex your foot. There's 10. Flex your quads. Flex your glutes. And find that abductor. You got it. 4, 3. Those legs should be feeling a lot heavier than they started. And done. Okay, drop that leg behind. Copenhagen. I really don't know why it's called a Copenhagen, but hey, why not? Sounds fun. New places to go visit. 10. Relax the shoulder blade down the back. Keep the work out of your neck and shoulder. Focus on that groin, your inner thigh. 19, 20. All right, let's come on up. Just hinge over those legs a second. Plant onto your fingertips. Bend your right knee and then your left. Okay. Another little check-in here. We are going to do a prone glute flexion, prone leg lift. So lie all the way onto your belly, and you're going to keep your hips and your back still on the ground. So left leg's going to stay still. You're going to flex into your right glute and lift your leg as high as you can. Make sure, we're going to go up and down for 10. Make sure that your upper body does not move. So if you're lifting the leg and arching up off the ground, then you have a tight hip flexor. You don't have much range in that hip joint. Flex your foot. This is just a check-in, not super high intensity, but it's really good to help open the hip flexor and engage the glute. If you've been working with me for long, switch your legs. You know this is a big deal for me. Something that we need to work on and focus on. A lot of us in life have weak glutes. It's hard to incorporate and recruit the glutes. And then our hip flexors are tight. So I'm rocking a little more on this side. I got to pay attention. Stop talking. Notice what's going on. Time. If you're feeling a lot of pressure in your low back, that's also something you need to listen to and be aware of. Okay, so you're using your back as opposed to the glutes. Stuff to notice, stuff to work on. Okay, now we get to come up and we're going to go into that single leg deadlift. I'm going to use my kettlebell 4. I'm not going super duper heavy. I want to focus on form, and we're going to full 10 reps. So I want to be able to keep everything held together. Biggest deal here is to level the pelvis and square it off to the ground. So if your right hand holds the weight, your right foot goes back in a straight, strong line. You do not have to tap the ground. It's all about your own flexibility and range of motion, being able to keep that back leg straight, your hips parallel to the ground, and the back long and flat. So make sure that upper back is not rounding. Pull the core stronger. Pull your back toe in towards your midline. 8. Bend your knee just a little bit. and 10. So this is getting a lot into the glute and the hamstring, but there's so much more going on. Other side. Find a spot on the floor to focus on. That's not moving. That'll kind of help with balance. Remember, mind to muscle. Line your knee and toe. Try to keep those hips as level as possible. 7, extend, extend. 8, feel that glute by pushing through the heel. There we go. All right, just a teeny weeny little cardio burst. And we're going to get some different range of motion through the hip joints by doing our touchdowns. Start with left leg in front, right leg cuts behind. Get nice and deep and get a little shuffle. 2, 3, we'll go to 10. Still solid through the core. Lengthen the back. Make sure those hips are dropping. And 10. Perfect. Okay, grab your dumbbells now. We're going to level off side to side, and we're going to hit our Patrick step. Okay, so again, on one leg, we're going to bend into the knee, straight, strong other leg, sending it forward. So the goal here is to actually lean back a little with the upper body. The knee will extend over the toes. We're going to go all the way to 20. 13. Lock into that core. Feel the back. Stay lifted. 19. How low can you go? Trying to find stability for that single side. Look down. Make sure that you have that knee and toe lined up. This is good strengthening for the muscles that support the knee. 15, you got it. Stay with it. We're going to 20. 18, 19, and 20. Someday, maybe we can eventually lower all the way into a pistol squat. I have not mastered that yet, so we'll see. Back to our touchdowns. We're going to hit these between every weighted exercise. 4, make sure the core is still strong. Get that little hop. And 10. Okay, we're going to go back to our dumbbells. And we're going to do a Shiva squat. All right, so balance on that right leg. You're going to bring your left leg behind, squat down, and see if you can get your knee to tap behind and to the side of your calf. Sit your butt back. We're trying to go for balance. Again, I told you we'd be doing those single side sets a lot today. Strong core. Sink as low as you can. Wrap that knee around. Stability and flexion through the core, the glutes, and that thigh on your supporting leg. 8. Lock it in. 10. Other side. Line your knee and toe. 3, 4, 5. Push through that glute. 6. Make sure the knee and toe are lined up. You can feel that inner thigh firing again. We use for our Copenhagen. Okay, touchdowns. Make sure you're locked in. All the single side stuff can put some pull and pressure on your low back if you're not watching. So watch for it. Hold that core. And then remember, you're keeping your pelvis neutral and square to the shoulders. And 10. Perfect. Stand at the back of your mat. Lean over the legs. Walk forward. And find your down dog for a second. Slide your shoulder blades down. All right. Let's hit up that second set. We're going to start with our side plank extensions. I'm going to start on my second side. Here we go. Get your solid plank set. We're not rushing. Make sure things are set and ready to go. Open through those hip flexors. Make sure everything is flexed. No getting sloppy. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Those last few. Okay, Copenhagen, push into that supporting leg. Your amount of work is up to you. Find that inner thigh. Halfway. Make sure that the hips are staying up high. Using your oblique and core and back to hold the position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 3, 4. Feel the body. Connect with your breath. Feel that upper outer glute, your abductor. 3 to go. My leg feels very heavy. 2 and 1. Oh. Okay, plant behind. Here we go. Copenhagen. 2, 3, 4, 5. Push, push, push into that inner thigh. Flex the core. Lengthen your spine. 3, 2, and 1. All right, lie on your belly. We're going to do our prone butt lifts. Tuck your chin. Tuck your tailbone. Flex those glutes already. So get your belly and get your butt. Lift. See if you can lift your quad all the way off the ground without rocking the pelvis. Focus on what you're feeling on the ground. Possibly you can feel your hip bones both staying in contact with the mat. 4, 3, flex the butt. 2, and 1. Don't forget, this should not be putting pressure on your low back. So flex your butt, flex your butt. This is a little sneak peek into what's going on in that pelvis. So yes, we're getting a little work, but figure out if you can keep that pelvis neutral and square on the ground. If you can't, this could be some information, a little clue into what's going on for your hips, glutes, hip flexors, low back. 2 and 1. Perfect. All right, slide back. Enjoy a little child's pose. And then we're going to come up for our single leg deadlifts. All right, find your plant, grab the core, 10 per side. Lots of flexions, you guys. Don't just get through the move. Knee and toe line up. Pull the back toe to face the ground. Drive through your front, or not the front, but that supporting heel. 9 and 10. The more that you bend into the knee, the more work you'll get out of that glute. Every time you hinge forward, pretend that you're hitting up a crunch. So that's how much flexion through the abdomen and core you should have. Last one. Time. All right, here we go, touchdowns. Everything starts with flexion from the back. That's why these I'm taking a little slower, making sure to get the land. 9, 10, and line it up. Hips, shoulders, knee and toe. All right, Patrick step. 20 per side. Seven, training the support. Not quite as tough or intense. This is what keeps the knees happy, ankles. This is how our body moves as we go downstairs, step off of something, out of something. 3, 2, tuck and tighten that core. 1. A lot of us have discrepancies and imbalances from side to side. So this is why we want to do single side sets to try to unwind and reset those discrepancies. But pay attention, you got to understand, check in, figure out where they are and what they are, and then we'll figure out how to fix them. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we go. Touchdowns. Scan the body. Nine, 10. Those felt good. All right. Shiva squat. Back into balance. If you need to let go of your weights, maybe support, find something to hold on to, a chair or a wall or a table. That's fine. But don't give up. Oh. Find your core. 7, make sure that chest is still long and tall. Back is long. And 10. Woo! Two. You force that leg to not tap on that back side. It's a lot tougher. You got it. 7, 8. You can feel that core working so hard. Keep balance. 10. All right, here we go. Touchdowns. 3, 4, 5. Land deep. That's where you're going to get that glute. And 10. All right, good work. We are going to get one last little set of single leg deadlifts, and then we'll stretch. 10 per side. Set it up. Lock it in. Here we go. Find that balance. Hold strong. Check into the body. Support those constant flexions. You have to make the connection, the contraction, the flexion. Oh, 10. Lengthen, lengthen. 9, 10. Woo! Nice job. Okay, lie on your back. Extend your right leg long. Hug your left knee in. So feel that right leg lengthen and open through the hip flexor. Level off your pelvis. Extend your left leg straight. See if you can grab the inside of the ankle or the calf or the thigh. If you have a towel or strap or shirt near you, you can use that. You could untie your shoelaces and hold your laces. Find a way to be able to stabilize that leg because we're going to go over to the right. So put your left arm out, trying to keep your shoulder on the ground, and then straighten that left leg as much as you can. Flex through the foot. If you need to twist it over with a bent knee, that's totally fine. But you should be feeling this through your IT band area, the outside of the glute, hamstring a bit, and then up into your low back. Maybe all the way into that shoulder and chest, if you can get that arm out. Remember how important it is to find your breath work at the end of the set. All right, bend your knee, roll it in, cross that ankle over your right knee. Make sure that your hips and pelvis are squared again. Sometimes we get twisted up. The execution is more important than just getting it done. That's also for the workout itself. I'd rather you get 2 perfectly executed moves than 10 or 20 crappy ones. Find that breath. Okay, extend your left leg long. Hug your right knee in. So you should feel that hip flexor kind of open. If you find that you do have tight hip flexors, remember from our prone glute lift, if that was a struggle for you and you're realizing how tight your hip flexors are, if you have a rolled up towel or a bolster or even a foam roller or maybe even a yoga block that you can set under your hips with this extension here, the leg dropping down and this one in, you'll feel more opening in that hip flexor. It's a great way to passively stretch. Hold for a minute or so. Okay, extend that leg up. Let your hamstring flush a second first, and then slowly rotate it out, just like you did on the other side. Hopefully your plans are to stay active for the rest of your life. So if you're only getting 2 perfect ones, don't worry about it. Next month, next year, you'll get 10 perfect ones. Learn to get into the move. Keep your workouts exciting by figuring out new things about yourself, about your body. Find new playlists. That always is nice. All right, bend that knee and roll it in. Cross your ankle over your opposite knee. Flex both feet. Interlace behind your thighs. Push that right elbow into the right knee. Make sure you're squared off. Check in with the breath. All right, and then roll up, and we're going to grab another little glute stretch before I send you on your merry little way. So keep your left knee on the ground. You're going to take your right leg and cross it over and around your right knee. Pull both feet out away from your butt, and then slowly sit back. You may or may not get very far, but if you can, sit all the way back. Try, and you should feel that glute stretch. Mostly I'm feeling actually I feel quite a lot here. My top glute, I feel quite a lot, and then my left outer hip and low back feel. So good. All right, engage the core, rock it up, and then switch to the other side. So now your right knee is on the ground, your left foot goes out and around, lining up those knees, both feet out wide. Sit it back and down. Good job. Breathe into your stretches. Perfect. All right. Rock yourself up. Stay consistent. Stay committed. If you're feeling unmotivated, think about how you're going to feel once it's finished. Even if you only decide to do half the reps, figure out how to get yourself here, how to arrive. You might be surprised once you have one round in that the body wakes up. It gets that rush, a little hit, and it's ready to go. Full steam ahead. All right. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.